Today we're taking a look at the Ruger Blackhawk and .44 Magnum. A long time ago, when I was much younger and I collected guns, the Ruger Blackhawk and .44 Magnum was one of my all-time favorite guns. As I started to have children, I slowly kind of started selling my gun collection, and I sold that gun. It was one of the biggest regrets I've ever made. I'm so glad to have not only gotten a hold of another one, but gotten a hold of one of the older versions of the 3-screw. I believe the Blackhawk 3-screws are by far the best revolver actions I've ever felt. Very accurate, very reliable. As a matter of fact, it's such an old variation. This particular Blackhawk was made in 1962. Prior to World War II, Colt had discontinued the single-action Army pistol, and it was in 1953 that Ruger, then a new company, introduced the single 6 and .22 LR. It was in 1955 that Ruger introduced the Blackhawk and .357 Magnum. It was a year later, in 1956, that Smith & Wesson introduced the .44 Magnum round, and Ruger quickly started designing the Blackhawk and .44 Magnum. Differences between the Blackhawk and a lot of the earlier single-action pistols was that the Blackhawk had adjustable sights. Again, I believe that the 3-screw is by far the best revolver action I've ever used. There is a danger in all 3-screw Rugers in that it doesn't really have a safety mechanism in the event you strike the hammer on the round that's resting. And kind of what I mean by that is a lot of people would not carry these guns with a round in the firing chamber. That way, if you strike the back of the hammer or you drop it, you don't accidentally discharge the firearm. So technically, the safest way to carry these firearms with the 3-screw is with 5 rounds. Now, I do still believe it's better to have 5 rounds in a 3-screw than 6 rounds in the 2, but that's just me. My personal experience has always been this was one of the most accurate revolvers I've ever fired. The trigger is absolutely ridiculous. It's one of the best single-action triggers I've ever felt. If you're looking for a good hunting pistol, or you're looking for a good backwoods pistol, I definitely recommend the Ruger .44 Magnum. One of the reasons I regretted selling my first Ruger Blackhawk and .44 Magnum was because it was going to be my deer hunting pistol. In Missouri, we have unconventional firearm season, which is extended from rifle season. That kind of means you can use a handgun or a black powder rifle. So for me, it's going to be the Ruger .44 Magnum Blackhawk. If you like this video, click like and subscribe. You can also now find us at godfamilyandguns.org and God Family and Guns at Facebook. But by far, the most important part of this YouTube channel is it's a ministry to us, and we take prayer requests. So please don't ever hesitate to send that stuff in. Thank you for watching this episode of God, Family, and Guns. And as always, love God, love your family, and love guns.